This is a video I feel like I can't go any longer without doing. Around a year ago, I decided I was going to open my own small art business, and I started studying options of what I wanted to do. But the truth is, I have yet to get things started for real. Some of you may be asking why am I taking this long to get stuff up and running, but I feel like most of you may relate to me on this. Most artists have no wish to deal with the shenanigans of running a business. And honestly, most of us suck at it regardless of it being something that we want or not. It involves numbers, planning, scheduling, taxes. It's literally a desk job. And I don't know about you, but that to me is the least appealing job there is. However, if you want to turn your art into a business, there is little means for you to escape it. I mean, you can hire a team to take care of the business side of things for you, but let's face it, how many of you watching this video have the funds for that? You need to take some of your time, sit down at your desk, and fill your taxes, maybe deal with shipping physical goods, update your website, get good at the social media game, which is enough of a nightmare by itself. All the while, all you want to do is draw and paint and do artsy things. I don't know how this works in other parts of the world, but here in sunny Portugal, you need to open your own business with the finances department in order to start making money from your art and filling out taxes and whatnot, even if you don't make any money right away. My initial plan was to sell prints of my work using a print-on-demand service, but it turns out my finances department have no idea how on earth I'm supposed to tax that. I've been contacting different services and even online forums in order to try and get answers for well over 8 months now, and I'm still at a dead end. So I'll admit it that I've been a little bit disappointed and frustrated with the whole thing, which does not help when I'm not really excited to deal with the whole bureaucratic side of the process to begin with. I feel like this is where most artists feel like they've failed as artists. Not on their art itself, but in turning it into a successful business. Some artists have no wish to do so, they are perfectly happy with having art as just a hobby, they don't monetize, but others do wish to make a profit from their artwork. Being a business owner is a very different deal to being an artist. One could say they're complete opposites, and I guess that is why some artists feel like they've failed at it so much. We're interested in color theory, proportions, composition, perspective, not in bureaucracy and analytics. To younger me, it was very hard to understand why the quality of my art was not enough to hold a successful business. Older me has come to terms with the fact that doing art and running a business are two entirely different things, and that the things that we need in order to run a business will inevitably steal away time I could otherwise use to make art. Unfortunately, there is no way around it, unless, like I said in the beginning, you can pay up a team in order to take care of that for you. You will need to use some of your time to answer emails, contact clients, do marketing, ship physical goods if that applies to you, maybe script, shoot and edit videos like me. If running an art business is something you intend to do, you need to come to terms with this, that most of your time will be spent actually running the business and not making art. And this is where I came to the realization that I have absolutely no idea how to run a business. I spent the last 15 years teaching myself how to mix colors, how to draw anatomically correct animals, how to create atmospheric and vivid pieces of art. But you think that I ever for a split second thought about learning how to run a business? Heck no, I never thought I'd need such a thing. And this made me realize something else. Am I really comfortable with asking my art to make money for me? Or will that be the breaking point? Doing art is enough of a love-hate relationship for me as it is. But the idea of having art not only be enjoyable for me, but also pay my bills, has terrified me for longer than I care to admit. I fear that I will lose the passion for art making the moment I turn it into something that needs to be commercially successful. However, I've been reading a few art and creativity related books these past few months, and most of them seem to agree that if you try something and fail, the worst outcome will be very similar to if you don't try at all, which is not achieve your goal. If you ask yourself, if I was 100% sure I could achieve said goal with zero chance of failing, would I do it? And the answer is yes, then go for it. Not doing anything will never get you anywhere. Like I said before, when I was younger I was convinced the quality of my art could take me all the way there. Unfortunately, the art itself is only half of the work, and this has been the year of change for me. I decided I was going to go all the way and teach myself how to turn my art into a business. Even though the situation I described before with the print-on-demand and taxes stuff has frustrated me, I decided it won't stop me from trying to make this business into a reality. I've dedicated this year into researching how to run your own business as an artist. I've watched a lot of videos, but one of my biggest inspirations is Kelsey Rodriguez here on YouTube. Please go give her videos a watch if you don't know her. She's very relatable and she made the whole art business deal sound realistic and achievable to me, which is something that has eluded me for a long time. If running your own business is something that interests you, which I believe it is since you clicked this video, go give Kelsey's channel a watch, for real, she has amazing videos. I'll leave a link to her channel down in the pinned comments below. So, what do I intend to do now? Well, I'm working on how to get this business thing going from the legal side of things, and my guess is I'll probably have the business up and running without having prints up for sale right away, because for the life of me I can't figure out how to legalize it, and I'm honestly tired of waiting to get it figured out in order to be able to get stuff up and running. If you're based in Portugal and you sell prints worldwide via a print-on-demand service, by the love of all that is dear to you, please reach out to me and tell me how on earth you do it, because I'm getting desperate here. Anyway, other than that, I'm figuring out what I want to sell. I have a few digital products in mind, and I'm also planning how I want to structure these videos. I wrote a few articles/newsletters for a few months, however, I feel like writing them pulled me away from doing videos. I feel like I took them from an actual newsletter and used them as a blog post instead. So my plan for that is to move my mailing list to another platform and actually use it as a newsletter, where you can keep up with whatever I do without the social media algorithm shenanigans, and I'll resume making videos on a regular basis. And there's dogs barking in the background, I'm sure you can hear that. So my plan for that is to move my mailing list to another platform and actually use it as a newsletter, where you can keep up with whatever I do without the social media algorithm shenanigans, and I'll resume making videos on a regular basis. I have a few stuff scripted, I just need to get my bum to record everything. I'm not gonna lie, recording the voiceovers is my least favorite part of making videos. I'm not sure if I should use my website's blog to make a written version of all my videos to those that prefer reading instead of listening to videos. That could be a way of reducing content and bringing traffic to my website. But yeah, I believe this is the plan for now. And this wraps up this video. What are your experiences concerning running your own art business? I'd love to hear from you. I have learned so much reading about other people's experiences in running their own businesses that it made me sure that I can do it too. That's it for now, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.